had our AI services for a long time built on Amazon service called SageMaker. And we went with SageMaker because, it provides us many benefits. Many of the AI projects don't see the light of the day. We were fortunate to have this service called SageMaker, but it allows us to have multiple components, which are almost like a factory model, which allows us to deploy AI capabilities in an industrial way, in a repeatable way. So, for example, they have a nice data processing pipeline. If the data is bad, of course, the AI results are going to be bad. So we need the data to be prepped, taken from the customers' information, prepped, and fed to the AI so the AI can deliver useful results. So first is they have a pretty robust data pipeline. The second is they have a robust set of AI models in the libraries already that we can utilize. And the third is that they allow us to not only utilize the models in their library, but also those models to be modified or new models to be brought into the library. So that's a benefit for us because we are industry specific and we don't just go with the canned models. We actually tune the model because that aligns very well with our industry specificity. And the last thing that the SageMaker provides us is an ability to deploy, manage, and scale this, because we are not talking about running this in internal IT. We are talking about running this across hundreds of thousands of tenants in production mode where any customer can drive any model and exercise to whatever extent. And we needed the scalability and the reliability and the manageability of the entire pipeline, which AWS provides us. So we're not having to do this undifferentiated heavy lifting and focus actually on business outcomes using them as on technology, SageMaker.
I'll take a step back. Now, what AWS brings to us is humility and aspiration. What Amazon comes to us with technologies, we look at it with full humility, like as to what we need to do. And on the other hand, it brings aspiration for us to build great new products and to a large scale, actually. And Infor, having partnered with AWS for about 14 years, we have built numerous products and from ground up and to the scale where we have more than 5,000 customers running in our multi-tenant cloud. We started with core infrastructure services, and over a period of time, as Amul mentioned, spread into data products, now into AI related products. And we have been using SageMaker since 2017, 2018. And we have built an AI ML based solution that is fully integrated with our applications over the last 4 to 5 years. And as the generative AI wave took over in the last 3 years, we have collaborated with AWS every step of the way. Sometimes they are ahead, sometimes we'll have to look for other services out there. But as they have done with the agent core today, they always come back with a very robust solution, full-fledged solution that helps us to build cheaper products and to be able to build and deliver scalable products to our customers that can be managed for a long time, actually.
In a much faster way.
That's right.
Much faster
much faster and scalable way. And that's what we look towards AWS for its leadership and their stability in their products that deliver.
We have small teams, nimble teams, agile teams, and we'll use all the capabilities that are there to accelerate our ability to deliver innovations for our customers using the capacity that we have. And we have seen tremendous growth with the use of Amazon Q over the last 12 months. So it launched as a very simple product. And so initially the developers were able to do very simple things. And then over the period of time, as they've added more capabilities, and now with the introduction of MCP, we're able to see a lot of productivity gains in our developers. We are to the point where we actually have a mixture of ERPs that use technologies like standard technologies like Java, .NET, and others. But we also have ERPs that use 4GL languages. And at one time, we didn't think that all these advancements and productivity improvements that others are getting may not be applying to our 4GL ERPs. But what we are finding through working closely with the AWS is we are significantly able to improve productivity of those ERPs like LN and the landmark-based healthcare ERPs, not only in the developer productivity, but also in the business analyst, QA automation, CI/CD, and security, all aspects of the SDLC, is a significant productivity gain.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way I see AWS and Amazon for a company like ours is like AWS is almost like a big brother and giving us the overall direction, high level direction, actually. So where we need to go. In today's announcement, for example, the message is clear that everybody in the company is pretty much a developer now, actually. And whether it is a finance person or a marketing person or a sales person, everybody has to change the roles to use the technology. So that message is very clear. And I'm sure that we will step, our organization and the company will step, and every employee will step up to transition into that role. And that's a very good direction at a very high level, right? And with respect to the tooling, in record time this year, actually, we subscribed to Amazon Q, and we are probably one of the largest customers of Amazon for the Amazon Q subscription, and one of the first ones to go all in. So we are using a combination of GitLab Duo and Amazon Q, and it is in the hands of thousands of customers, thousands of developers in our organization today. But now it adds more spin to the things, right? Our developers were already looking at working on building their own agents, but now with all the built-in agents that they have provided, the three major agents that they rolled out, the security and DevOps agents, so that would accelerate our adoption of the agent framework for development.
Yeah.
And we look forward, like first, we as developers would have to embrace this, in a rapid pace, but also we have the responsibility to help the others in our organization to adopt this and transform their roles as well, actually. So those were some of the good directions that we got, one in a general terms, one with the support of the products. And that has always been the case with AWS for us. It has always provided the general direction. Sometimes AWS is also behind the catch up. We are very confident on that, and they have shown that in the generative AI space. And now, we are following their lead, and we have a lot to do in the coming year.
To add to Manju's point about what he mentioned, that everybody, AI is not something that is restricted to just a technology team or even a few within the app teams. Everybody needs to learn AI. And that's not just in the soft R&D organization. Everybody in the company needs to learn AI. I sat through one of the Andrew, who is the board member for Amazon's presentation yesterday. And he's the founder of DeepMind, so very reputable person. And he said, one of the examples he gave is his receptionist writes code and has written code on how to organize calendar and everything, and use agent for making sure manages calendars. So everybody in the company is expected to know how to code at different levels. And it's very easy now because of the technology and the tools that are available. It's not something that is impossible. And we shouldn't consider this to be a domain of a few and the rest can just do the business as their own. No, the world has changed significantly, and we need to run this quite differently than what the business needs to run before.
Yeah, I watched that one, and that was an eye-opener for me. That receptionist using agents and becoming a developer.
That was awesome.
That sets the tone of the industry where we are going, actually.